Las Vegas Raiders tight end Darren Waller is 6'6", 260 pounds, has a 37-inch vertically, and runs a 4.4 40. And he's not just 40 fast. He hit the gun at 21.8 miles per hour in the game. So while other tight ends have the typical advantage of too big for DBs and too fast for linebackers, Waller's too fast for most DBs too. Now, if you're a Raider fan, you know his story on how substance abuse held him back from NFL success until the Raiders got him in 2018 and made him a starter in 2019. Waller then started his career as a starter with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons before injuries derailed his 2021 campaign. You'd think a guy with Waller's unstoppable blend of talents would tell his QB on every play he's not double, "Give me the ball. This dude can't stop me." But that's not the case. Waller's actually a humble guy that's happy to be where he is after all he's been through. But he now realizes just how good he is and wants to maximize that talent. He wants to eat, but closed mouths don't get fed, so he intends to open his mouth and get the ball. For me and probably all of you, it's about doggone time. But that isn't really in Waller's nature. But seeing all the opportunities he's missed is driving him to ask for or demand the ball. After all, that's what the best players on each team do. If you're the best player and you play an offensive skill position, the team has a much better chance of winning the game the more you get the ball. And if it doesn't work out, at least the team went out taking a chance on their best player. This is what Waller himself said when asked about it on The Pivot.
Me and my personality, I'm trying to develop more into that where I can demand those things. Because before, it's like, I could still be in that mode where I'm like, well, I'm just kind of lucky to be in the league and lucky to have a job kind of mindset. And so I'm trying to break out of that. And like, I've had those conversations that need to be had with people, but usually I'm like, just kind of stay to the back because I've always been in trouble and that's just kind of been fixed in my mind. But in my mind, I believe like there's one-on-one, there's anybody here, like, yeah, I'm cooking. Like, that's what I believe every time I get up there. Like, it's got to be some kind of zone, it's got to be some kind of bracket in order for them to win the rep. But as far as having that conversation with the quarterback or having that conversation with a coach, like, it's still something that's I gotta work on and be like, it's not me stepping on toes or me being arrogant or nothing like that. It's just like, I want the team to go as far as it can go. And I feel like you can exhaust me as much as possible, like, but I don't want to step on people's toes because somehow in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I'm still that guy that's lucky to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Then he was asked if he had done any of that since Josh McDaniels came to town.
I have. In his first day in the office, like as soon as I got back from Utah, like I went in there and was sat down and talked with him. And I'm very excited about being able to work with him and just him be able to take my game to another level. I want to be able to keep being challenged to be my best. And I feel like as far as work and doing that and improving players, him and that system is where it's at. Right?
Yeah, we know what McDaniels did with Gronkowski. And here's what Waller said when asked if he thought about it.
Yeah, I have. In his first day in the office, like as soon as I got back from Utah, like I went in there and was sat down and talked with him. And I'm very excited about being able to work with him and just him be able to take my game to another level. I want to be able to keep being challenged to be my best. And I feel like as far as work and doing that and improving players, him and that system is where it's at.
So how did he go about telling McDaniels he wants the ball this year?
So I use that as an opportunity for me, like when I like meditate, reflect, it's like, how do I keep growing in my life? And it's like, okay, when I meet him, let me create this open dialogue of like, okay, I'm gonna be honest about what I feel and what I want, but in a way that's not, demanding or like just being arrogant. Like now I'm gonna use my voice and not just fade to back because I'm past that. I'm not in that stage of my life anymore. And if somebody were to hold me in that place, like that's not right. Like I'm not the dude that's just like trying to keep a job now. Like no, now I'm trying to be the best player that this organization has ever had. Like those are the kind of things that I want to think about now. So it's like, okay, let me establish this dialogue with this coach and let him know that, all right, there were some opportunities, there were some times last year where I could have said more, I could have done this, but I'm gonna say it now and let you know that, hey, exhaust me in every way possible.
They stopped trying to cover Waller with linebackers a long time ago because he's way too fast. But he gets separation on defensive backs. And those corners, the fastest men on the other side of the field, he beats them deep. And if there's a DB or corner that can run with them, he just catches it over him. He's looking for the ball more this year, and I think McDaniels is going to get it to him, especially in the red zone. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.